Ladies and gentlemen, this is a story of betrayal. Betraying the country, leaking sensitive information to help Pakistan, the country that is responsible for exporting terror to India. We are talking about Jyoti Malhotra, a popular YouTuber from Hisar in Haryana. On March 22nd, 2025, Jyoti visits Pakistan High Commission and she visits, this particular place with other influencers as well. One of them is Jasbir Mahal that you can see here, and the other one is Yatri Doctor, and these are also influencers. This was a meetup that was happening. So was it spying racket in the name of cultural exchange? Well, this is what it looks like. Main handlers in Pakistan using staff at the Pakistani High Commission to engage vulnerable influencers and extract sensitive information. Now look at the network, the Pakistani spy network here. The High Commission official has been declared persona non grata. So Pakistan had handlers who were engaging with Ehsan-ur-Rahim alias Danish, who was an employee of Pakistan High Commission in the national capital. The Pakistan High Commission staffer who was declared persona non grata on 13th of this month. And after the investigation happened, 6 Indians have been arrested, 4 from Haryana, 2 from Punjab, and we have mapped these out for you. We have Jyoti Malhotra, who has been arrested from Haryana. In total, 6 have been arrested who are believed to be part of this entire espionage web. Their roles and the information they shared is also being probed right now. And these are the 6 names that I'm talking about. We have Ghazala from Punjab. We have Yasin Muhammad, another person who has been arrested from Punjab. And at the same time, we have other names. I've told you about Jyoti Malhotra. Devinder Singh from Haryana has been arrested. Arman from Haryana has been arrested. And then you have Noman Elahi also from Haryana who has been arrested. So these are the 6 people. All these 6 people we are getting to know were perhaps in touch with Danish in Pakistan High Commission, who was helping them visit Pakistan. Some of them maybe. Jyoti Malhotra is confirmed for now. What was the role of other people is something that the cops are currently looking at. Let me now go across to my guest joining us on the broadcast. We have YC Modi, ex-NIA chief, joining us live right now. Nirmal Kaur, former IPS officer, also live with us. Let's first decode, the modus operandi and what does it really say with our guest. YC Modi, thank you very much, sir, for speaking with us here on Times Now. We were just trying to put things together, and we have tried to explain to our viewers the modus operandi. I want to ask you your first thoughts on the way the whole, espionage racket has been busted, the kind of modus operandi that was in place to perhaps look at these vulnerable content creators who were ready to do anything for these Pakistani officials.
Good afternoon. This is nothing new. We all know that in the diplomatic missions of different countries, there are operatives of their intelligence agencies. So in case of Pakistan, we already know that there are ISI agents staying there, ISI operatives are posted there who try to cultivate the contacts from in different ways. Like in this case, Jyoti went to mission to get visa where the ISI operative targeted her. Another new thing which has happened is now whosoever visits Kartarpur corridor, there are ISI operatives roaming around and they try to target some of the youngsters. I know a recent case of Haryana where a young boy was targeted by ISI operatives in this manner. The only alarming thing now is because of the situation between the 2 countries. Generally, these type of targets are not able to supply any information which can be very significant. But now, because of the hostilities between the 2 countries, the conflict situation, even small information can be of great use to the enemy country. So in this situation, our intelligence agencies have always been working for counterintelligence. And now because of digital form of communication,
Right.
especially different type of apps. It has become very easy. Earlier, the communication was very difficult. Now it's very easy to communicate, very easy to pass money, and this is a really serious situation and serious danger, which is a big cause of concern for all the intelligence agencies.
Okay, some very important points you have raised, and one of them being what kind of sensitive information can these content creators or influencers really pass on to Pakistan. We have a scoop on that as well. I'll come to that point in just a bit, but let me also take the opening thoughts from Nirmal Kaur as well. Ma'am, how do you see the kind of details that have emerged in your career? Also, you must have seen. For our viewers, can you explain to us a little bit about how these rackets operate now that more details have emerged? And do you think it is quite shocking to see how these people were being used by Pakistan, and they were also happily doing it? It's not just about somebody using them, but these people were perhaps also doing it maybe in exchange of money, some more followers, more money.
And espionage and counter-espionage, this is age-old. It is always happening, But this is a really a shocking incident which has recently come to light. That with this alternate media coming up, social media coming up, and so technology advancing, this young girl from Haryana, she's a travel blogger. She wants to travel. She wants some favors. She wants to be taken around the country, and she's recruited that way. For whatever she wants, it is some kind of a honey trap. Unless earlier when we heard the word honey trap, it only meant men. That men are being trapped by sending beautiful women, or by getting them trapped and tangled with women for lust, for many other reasons. Now even women are being trapped. Women are honey trapped not only for money and glamour and power, they're also being honey trapped for, with sexual attraction and things like that. As you must have seen the photos of this woman also, standing very close to Danish in that Pakistani embassy of iftar. You can obviously see that, there's a lot of, it's not a simple photo of a young man and a young girl standing together. So there's a lot of, something more than the simple two people standing together there. So this kind of honey trapping, this kind of, making use of women, recruiting people. Now this Jyoti and her five others who have been recruited and who have been arrested today also, they have, they pass on information. And what looks innocuous to you may be of great use to them. It looks innocuous if you're passing on, this is what it looks like, this is what this station looks like, this is what, but for them it is very, very useful.
Yes.
They, they collate this information and use it to attack you, plan specific attacks, go there, plan these guerrilla attacks and come back. So that is the kind of thing which is happening, and we need to watch out, that even...
we need to be extremely careful. Perhaps more stricter measures are needed at this point in time, given the kind of relations we have currently between India and Pakistan. Ms. Nirmal Kaur, Mr. YC Modi, requesting both of you to please stay on with us. Now, viewers, there is more to this story. Jyoti Malhotra has been arrested. Other influencers are under scanner, especially those seen with her at Pakistani High Commission in Delhi in March. Exactly 1 month before the Pahalgam carnage. 22nd of March, they were at Pakistani High Commission, Jyoti and other influencers who are also under the scanner. And 22nd of April, we had the Pahalgam attack taking place. But there is more that we found, viewers. Is there a Pahalgam connection? Jyoti Malhotra visited Pahalgam in January 2025. And then in March, she visited Pakistan. Look at these visuals that we are bringing to you right now. These are extremely crucial visuals, viewers. Just look at the visuals. January 2025, she goes to Kashmir, she goes to Pahalgam, and she is making these vlogs from Pahalgam. Then in March 2025, she visits Pakistan. And she doesn't visit Pakistan, I beg your pardon. She visits the Pakistan High Commission, and also she had visited Pakistan. In the first week of March, she visited Pakistan. So the timeline is important here to understand. She visits Pahalgam in January. First week of March, she visits Pakistan. 22nd of March, she is again seen with other influencers at the Pakistani High Commission. Let me go back to my guest for more on this important piece of information. Mr. YC Modi, you were telling us, what could be that sensitive information that influencers like Jyoti Malhotra and all these other people working as security guards somewhere, etc., who were part of this racket perhaps could pass on to Pakistan. What does this really tell you? She visits Pahalgam in January 2025. She's posting videos from there. We can see videos on her Instagram feed, on her YouTube channel as well. Then she visits Pakistan in the first week of March. Does it not say something?
No, it's very difficult to say at this stage. Hopefully, interrogators will take out more information from her. But what we can say is, like, when she goes down to a particular location, she can send the exact details about what type of security is there. I mean, she may not be directly telling them that what type of security is there, but when she makes a film and passes on to her handlers, automatically they will come to know what type of security is there, what type of crowd is there. So these are the things which can become very relevant for an agency like ISI. And you never know, because they might have got the idea after the visit of Jyoti only. You never know. These are all, this is very speculative at this stage. But I can always tell that information passed by these
Well, clearly it is speculative, we understand, but it is telling a story, something that must be probed. Ms. Nilmar Kaur, your quick comments on this Pahalgam connection that seems to be emerging.
See, the presumption in the intelligence circles is that there are no coincidences in life. So if one were to think that this could be a mere coincidence, that will need to be ruled out. I don't think it could have been a mere coincidence. It is that, when you make visuals, when you make films, when you pass on, or when you talk about it, or even when you make a full film of how you have been passing checkposts, the barriers on the way, how many people are there of state police, the army is there or not, the paramilitary is there or not. A lot of information is passed on, which can be culled out of videos with or without her telling them. So if she's made films, those on the YouTube and even otherwise, they can tell almost everything about the place to the enemy. And then they can plan their attack, very specific attack, which can do maximum damage with minimum effort, and then get away with it.
Yes, absolutely. The probe is going on and more details are expected to come out soon. Thank you very much, both of you, for joining us. Ms. Nirmal Kaur as well as Mr. Modi, appreciate your thoughts on this particular story or perspective. We have some more breaking inputs, viewers, coming in right now. The arrest of YouTuber Jyoti Malhotra is just the tip of the iceberg. Sources have now revealed a deeper, darker web with possible ISI spy links traced to Kairana. It's not just one arrest. Multiple suspected Pakistani spies are now under the scanner. Panipat arrest rang alarm bells, and now investigators are zeroing in on Kairana as a possible hub in the ISI network. Clearly a wake-up call for India's internal security apparatus as the probe widens into a suspected spy ring operating from within. So there is a Kairana angle, the Uttar Pradesh Kairana angle that has also now come under the scanner. More Pakistani spies are being investigated. Let me go back to my colleague Priyank Tripathi, who continues to be live with us. Priyank, give us more details.
Yes, Sati. Hina, this person, Noman Ilahi, who has been arrested from Panipat, also he is from Kairana, and which has also been spotted by the agencies that over the period of many years, they have been very clear-cut possible link of Kairana operatives who have been working with the Pakistani ISI. If you look at the previous ISI link with Kairana in 2003, 2021 and 1995, there have been several individuals who had visited Pakistan in the name of meeting their family members, and later on they joined their hands with the ISI, which is certainly a very worrying trend.
All right, Priyank, appreciate you joining us with your inputs on the story. With this, we will slip into another very, very short break. More news and updates on the other side. Don't go anywhere.